more light, more simple. We not become boring and tired and depressed and then kind of confused. And if we do this, then what it said here. Here the great master said. If said here, then if we do this, even you know all those things, if you didn't put in practices, then it's same as person who is so thirsted, and died with thirst right the shore of the big lakes, right the shore of the big freshwater lakes. He died by the thirst. Can you believe that? That is the what, if we don't practice, that is the what really going to happen. When this happened, what actually happened? We scattered every teachings and practice, didn't put into the practices. And then we become almost kind of, we don't know, I'm confused. I don't know what to practice. I have so many practices. I have received so many teachings. I received this and that, kind of count those things, and then get tired. You looks like kind of you have to cross the desert without any help. Kind of feel that. And then disappointment, discouragement. All that comes, one after another. And then kind of also maybe started kind of almost like some degree making commentaries on the teachings, or the teachers, or the sanghas. And then finally maybe turn back to one's own self, start to make the commentaries that feel disappointment. All that really falls. And that is what is happening because we didn't organize it, and we didn't put enough inspiration, joy, and appreciations, joyful effort into the practices. And when that happened, many times in the teaching said that 4 things, we kind of completely neglected everything in the 4 stages. What's it? All the starting become the intellectual. All starting, receive the teaching, all that become intellectual. Intellectual in hovering in the brains. And our kind of whatever the experience, anything what we kind of feel even close, or this makes kind of sense. It makes sense of something that we left on the book. We left on the book, or the text, or notes, your notebooks left. You feel, oh, that's nice. You write down notes. But then it's not in sync the heart. It's on the shelf, in the book, and maybe on the dustbins, or a few different magazines left there. And then what happened? All this hovering in the brain and kind of intellectual status, you repeat the instruction that you received. Occasionally we use that in the mouth, verbal. The repeat the instruction not sinking to the heart, but using as kind of like to some degree of the advantage or to show up by mouth, speaking that. That's the speaking. Practice is not just speaking. Repeat the instruction is not just speaking, making speeches. Repeat the instruction must sink to the heart. And settling from there, grow, develop, glowing. That is what the really practice needs. If it's come to the mouth, that's what the great master Pablo Rinpoche said, and as the great master Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche take the quotations. He said, rainbow mouth. Rainbow mouth. Dzogchen is not in the heart, Dzogchen is on the mouth. And using that, when you look those, when you say, maybe it's something that you're using to show up, to boost your ego, or to show up some degree of the add those worldly concernings, or something kind of arrogance, using those words, but not really is thinking. It's not the speech of devotion. It's not the speech of that joy and appreciation and bodhicitta. It's emotion. That is the how it happened. When that happened, when these 3 things happen one after another, what is happening? Our mind is become so ordinary, so habitual, loaded with habitual patterns. and we mix the Dharma as undharma. Dharma. And that's what many great masters always teaching said. If we don't practice the Dharma as a Dharma, Dharma can become as poisons. It hurts us. It hurt you, it hurt others. And our mind becomes so ordinary. It may be more ordinary than the people who are in the street or the business places. That. So what is now benefited our practice? That means our Dharma and our practice, our self, went to different directions. Even though at the beginning time we started something nice, something good intention, but because we must handle it, and then it went different directions. Then we become almost like kind of like the unstate practitioner. We become almost like kind of like critics. Critics, right? Yeah, critics. We become critics. Critics, far distant kind of watchers. Watchers, and what is happening? You're falling in a ditch. You're falling in a ditch. Dharma is not going the right directions. If Dharma goes the right direction, what all the teachings said, here in the books and everywhere, your love, joy, devotion, bodhicitta, all are just coming out as sunshine, warm, so tender, so gentle, so peaceful. Your activity of the body, your verbal speech of the speech, and your mind all blend in as so peaceful, so gentle, so respect and appreciationist, and so humble. That is known as the practicing is going right direction. Practice is not just right direction. You become Dharma. Dharma, and you're not separated. That is the what practicing is. So therefore, for those reasons, these great masters saying here is, and therefore, if we don't really practice this, then what happening? Even you know all the teachings of the Buddhas, when we leave this world, we just we left this world very ordinary, as very ordinary. Very ordinary. Even that you died, as used here, that you already have these books that you read, and already have the commentaries here too. So you died in the bed. The scholar, you died the scholar body. Scholar body died in the bed with the scholar head. Head of a scholar and died as an older person in the bed. And if that happened, then really nothing is really too much benefited. Of course, in the teaching said, when you practice or when you start a Dharma, it will sink to the heart. It will keep in the alaya, subconscious storehouse status. Sooner or later, it will benefit one day, but not really that moment. We died as great scholar name, but nothing more than that, only the name. And therefore, these great masters, the Paramachami say, watch out. We should try to avoid that. We should try to avoid dying with the thirsty at the great fresh life. And we should try to watch out as like knowing all the teachings but not practice and died very kind of like ordinary ways. We shouldn't we? And therefore,